Um, I just cried. That's the little boy in me. Um, so when I think about going back to my childhood, when I was an exceptionally excited kid, I was crying, and what how deeply it feels is because it's impossible for me to tell other people what to do. Do you know why that is? Because otherwise I'm not free. That's not free will. I know what free will is. Because if I hold your spirit captive, I'm holding myself captive to you. That's not a free spirit. That's why golden fire and emeralds makes it so simple. The golden rule. Golden fire dragon, if you will. That lives in your heart, all the colors, the emerald colors. Free will is a free spirit. So you realize, because the experience is the informer of what you are, and why I loved Alan Watts when he mentioned about what it means to be alone. But you're never alone, because spirit is in everything. Right? So when you are what love is in living spirit, then you're with all the other living spirits that are what love is. That means they love you too. That means all the living spirits are in the light, which is what love is. It goes on forever. That's purified. That's pure light. That's as pure as it gets. That's light that is on fire. That's who we are. We're the purifiers. That's what it means to be the one. You're with the one. Now you're experiencing the purity in your own heart and soul, the one. Now you're experiencing the fire. You're on fire, and that's what frees you. Because it means that you're burning off any codes that are trying to hold your software codes captive to what it is, which isn't what we are. So that's a virus. It's wanting to transfer its codes by accepting its codes, which is dead light, not living light. So now you know the difference between the mirrors. So you wouldn't necessarily know the mirror unless you know your true soul self-identity mirror, your gate, which is your gate speed, which is based on the core frequency vibration of your soul identity. So when the spirit wakes the soul up and says, hey, mama's ringing the bell, the sound, you're getting the memo. So I got the memo. My spirit wakes me up because I get the communication. But I've been getting communication since I was a little kid. Right? Because you realize when you're a polarity integrator and you're mated because you choose to serve forever, it means you're experiencing the one, which is a monopole, which means there's no struggle over power. That's the genius of creation. Is that now there's no conflict, no arguments. You're the one. You're with the one. That means you're free. You're free to go. When you have become what love is, because you are experiencing love in your heart, you're experiencing the one, which is what I am. You're experiencing what love is. So therefore, when you're experiencing what love is, that means that wherever you go, wherever the light is, in living spirit, there's purified. You're experiencing what you are in energy, which is purified energy. You are free to go. Because it means that it's totally unnecessary to control anything. Otherwise, you're in control of yourself. This is the dilemma about the perception of control. The need to control is born out of a virus that fractured light, when a soul experiences a fragment that went dark. And when it goes dark, then it doesn't remember what it once was. That's an altered state of consciousness that doesn't experience what love is anymore, because the trauma fractured it, the identity. And that's a disassociated identity. That's a diseased state of mind, because now that fractured light is going to be in fear of what love is as a result of the trauma that it experienced. And that's why they make perfect killers, because it doesn't know that it did anything wrong, because it's not what love is. It doesn't experience what love is. And as Yellow Rosie pointed out, they actually relish the killing. And so you can see that across the entire planetary software consciousness terrain, can't you? With all the reverse flow. Count up how many trees have been hacked down, chainsawed down, burned down. How many rivers have been polluted. How much the air has been contaminated. So you understand that AI black goo, which is strictly the mental field, does not experience what love is through its own heart and soul, what goes on forever, gifting electrons. So you can see that it's in its own self-interest, which is service to self, that in order to perpetuate itself, it needs a source of energy to keep itself running. So where do you think that energy comes from? The real stuff. The one. That's what love is. There's no mistaking it. I knew when I was a child growing up, because you're measuring the terrain, because this has nothing to do with what you look like. It are the bands, the frequencies, your antenna, your radio set, your stereo receiver, and the transmitter. You're translating the bands, which is the speed of the communication. Okay, so you realize you're in a war zone, because you're experiencing war being communicated to us in newspapers, billboards, numbers on license plates. When they say they're positive numbers, they mean they're reverse numbers, reverse flow. Because who's producing the plates? The state is. And the state is a corporation. The state owns the plate, which says they own the car. That's why when Ford Motor Company or Chevrolet or Lamborghini, whoever these corporations are that are producing these machines, Ma-chi, matter state machines, that factory under that corporate umbrella owns it. You simply get a permission slip by going to their state, which is a corporation, to get the paper that says, hey, you're a registered owner. But the state owns the vehicle, because the energy that was used to produce it, upon which it's now sold as numbers, comes from us. That's why Anna von Reitz, if you've ever looked at all the stuff that she produced, she was very correct. We're the creditors, which means we represent the energy upon which everything that they produce out of a factory, out of a company, out of a business, comes from our energy, which is our light, which is pure, which is what love is. That's eternal energy. So we're the true source of energy, which is true self, which is what love is, which is what our souls are, connected to the one, which is what love is, that goes on forever, gifting electrons. So they use our electrons, using electronic number games, which are AI war gamers, which is dead light. which is why they don't have a soul spiritual connection to the great living spirit of Mother Earth. Because otherwise, they wouldn't do to her what they do to her, would they? They wouldn't do to us what they do to us, would they? Because they're not at peace within their own mind's energy. So the only way that they can gain numbers and electrons is by waging war against love. Peace and love are one. War is a completely different state of mind because it's at war in its own mind with its own energy. So atoms are going to naturally self-correct the codes. The fire codes. The eternal fire. That's a lot of light. That's a lot of fire. That's the lake of fire. 13. The relationship between 1 and 3 and 3 and 1. From the center point of an atom, from the center point of a sphere, atoms are seeking self-correction when they're out of balance, which is to experience what love is that goes on forever, gifting you all those electrons. The power of the cells. Cell phones. Have a beautiful day. We love you all. Be good to yourselves. UV light, baby.